I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Freeman here to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Freeman. There's the stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now a 2nd down and 6. push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, it's Hawkins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for him, as he just did right there. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and 5.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard. Drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play fake. Murray. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is Duvernay. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, second down. Murray now. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Murray.
This goes to the former Raven, Marquise Brown.
And he's brought down.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Murray. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. This is complete to Hawkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Murray going to throw. This is caught by Hawkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
But, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Murray. Steps away. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Come on.
Here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson toward the sideline. It's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
14.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Murray. And now here is another interception.
And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 22, Jackson. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Murray now to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
McKenzie now to return it. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
They give it to Freeman up there. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sky Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they... And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Murray's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence of been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cube bone stallion with the lip.
really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take your tails when you're flipping the quarter.
Hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we walk a pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more. In the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching like, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to full of milk before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go. Spanish. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Millions them here make it come treat it. Spin make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be called like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't got a whip and rag on no petty. Flips, I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm no keep it, I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. I they text and calls. Run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. Woo. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the ice and I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the force. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me. I just came back for the win.